I think that's what Coach Panda does so well with his players, right? They have this idea on how they want to approach a game and play, and whoever is playing, they mold to that very well. So with this lineup alone, works great for them.
Yeah, I would say so, right? I feel like I'm glad that RSG are back onto this place in this mindset where they're just letting Nats do what he does best. I love that he's not constrained to playing these, I'm going to pick this hero because it's like a Terizla because it's meta, right? Now he can do whatever he wants on the map, and RSG are getting the right results because of it.
We'll see if he can pull that off here. Game 2 for the series. Is it going to end in a sweep for RSG here? Once again, a lot of early action in the mid lane already expected as we see them duke it out here at the beginning of the game. Now, real quick, too, we'll take a look at the emblems, but everything, for the most part, Wolf, does it look pretty standard to you?
Yeah, seems like it. Especially, well, something that has been rising recently is the Lethal Ignition Benedetta, which is all about just one-shotting your opponents, which is great because obviously you want to one-shot Hatred as well as Yasuo. But then TNC has some tools. They have a flask carrier, which kind of is a problem for Benedetta because if you're Benedetta, you want to go all in. At the same time, Nats in this last pick Benedetta is not an actual hard counter against TNC, but it counters what TNC wants to go for. You start looking at TNC wants to group up. And if you split the map as RSG, utilizing this Benedetta, now you kind of counter TNC. Not in a head-to-head like clash kind of way, but in a macro way.
Well, I'm wondering how this change in the gold lane is going to do for TNC, for the most part. Like,
yeah, this is actually pretty decent, right? Yasuo's decent.
Yeah, Yasuo, like, he can work. Like, it could work, but again, leading into this matchup, we talked about Nomad, and now I would say even from game 1, Nomad did relatively a good job at dealing with that Roger pressure. Yasuo, on the other hand, too, we've seen him perform before, so hopefully this might be an answer for TNC here. Demon Kite, though.
Hopefully he's not a meta behind right now. It's going to be Demon Kite suffering from the hands, obviously, of TNC. Now, this turtle is looking really, really good, although there is still a free-man squad for RSG present here. So it's still not going to be as free of a turtle as you think. Super Yoshi hitting level 4 means it will be a bit more even Stevens.
And one thing about that death on Demon Kite is that they kind of reset the buffs again. So Ryzen can play this game where he can get to the 2 buffs and will have a level ahead of Demon Kite. Not an actual level, but enough EXP to kind of get to level 6, and then your opponent is just level 5. So maybe that is one thing that TNC wants to fight, but they cannot be overly greedy. Like this time, Yoshi is taking so much damage.
Oh, everyone's going to get hit here. Obviously, with the Astral Recalls, knockups are happening left, right, and center. It's going to be like going down, though. That is a huge frontline remove from RSG, and that will signal the RSG members to fall back.
Great fight there for TNC again. It looked like, for RSG, they had it under control, but TNC comes out swinging. They get the turtle as well, so now they can work around with that.
Dude, that looks very easy for TNC, but my oh my, Hatred had to land an ultimate onto 4 members, or 3 members of RSG, and then the drive-by coming out from Ryzen, going through the mid lane where there were no more minions, and RSG was really surprised on Ryzen going in for the backlines instead, and what a shot from Hatred. So far, Hatred has been really good at this Novaria.
Yeah, he's hitting the crucial shots to make sure that RSG cannot become aggressive.
Oh, did he get it? He got it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Did he?
I think he did.
He's landing the shots, boys.
He's landing the shots, man.
That's what he's doing. And that's what you got to do. I mean, Novaria, that's why she gets picked up quite a bit, not only for the vision, but this pairs really well with having a Minotaur and a Terizla, mind you. 2 options here. Head's going to take some heat, though.
Yeah, Heads is going to take this, and I think he has just about enough tankiness to make it out. Demon Kite is not that much of a threat yet, as well as Nats. As scary as the Vendetta is, the early game Vendetta is something that you can kind of just control for the meantime.
That was Fredrin as well as Benedetta jumping on a Terizla with steel leg plates and black eye shield. So
okay, that's why.
That's not gonna amount to anything.
Not to mention the body of Smith.
Exactly.
He's got the passive, is right. But that's the thing is, really when you look at that, I mean, itemization-wise, nothing too crazy happening right now. Still working on those first items being built.
Ooh.
But we're getting to that point, especially when that turtle comes up here, where it's up to RSG how they approach it. I still feel like they have a lot of CC available to them.
Yeah.
But against the lineup right now that TNC has, it's almost similar from even the previous game. They're very durable this early on, and they need a little bit more time to scale up. Hold on, now.
Yeah, but that's some massive damage that's being accrued by Nats, though. It's surprising that that amount of damage can come from, like, a Terizla and the Baksha. Nats was torn below half there.
Exactly.
Right now, they got to work for this turtle here. It's going to go be started up already. Both teams go.
Heads is very low, but that is a crucial penalty zone activated here by Heads. Now, it's going to be whether or not RSG wants to go for it, and Ryzen is going to be the first on the red tree.
Great play there. Great discipline from TNC.
Great positioning from Hatred as well. And then, you gotta take note for TNC. Oh, I mean for RSG. The reason why they're taking so much damage, even when it looks like there's no source of damage for TNC, from TNC, is because RSG only itemized against physical damage.
Ooh.
Ryzen as well as Hatred, they deal magic damage at this point.
That's crucial.
That is very crucial.
You know what? You can have as much of an item lead as you want, but if it's a different kind of eye damage, like if it's magic, what's your leg place gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a tough position to be in. So, meaning RSG needs a little bit more time. And honestly, if they give up, I don't think they do this. It just doesn't seem to be the nature of RSG. But if they gave up the next turtle and just kind of farmed and worked on building that, that might work for them. Taking a look at the Infinix hand cam here, you can already get a look, right, at really how things want to be played out here for both these teams. And even, like you guys mentioned with Heads, man, the Terizla pick has worked really well against containing Navs for now.
Yeah.
But he just picked up the Blade. He's got that available to him. And really for Navs, it's not about the early game. It's more so about that mid to late game pressure.
Yeah, but speaking of pressure, look at Super Yoshi. He's having a hard time getting out of the grip of RSG. And he's going to go down, but not without some revenge from his teammates, as Kusei could have actually fallen there. And look at Nats! An immediate answer in the mid lane. When you don't expect it, Nats comes up behind you.
Yeah, they push a turret because of it. Again, macro coming up from TNC is not that good. They always lose something. Fortunately, they will take that fight up top, but at this point, Nats, it's not being about being tanky anymore. Nats is on full assassin mode. He's gonna wait for his time.
Yeah, you better be careful, or else Nats has enough damage now compared to earlier, where you could kind of just shrug him off for a bit. But nah, he's a one-man assassin now.
Okay, well, with that, assassin or not, he's still putting the pressure on the bottom side. As I was expecting, RSG, better to just give this turtle up as they do. So that's all turtles now being secured for TNC as they work around it. The rest of the map, though, going to be continued to work on by RSG here. Still looking to put pressure on that bottom side. So for TNC, how do we contain Nats? They did it in the laning phase, but now you got to deal with this, right? Super Yoshi gets there, but Naz already gets the turret.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's Maleficor and Heptasy, so even a Minotaur at this point is gonna feel it.
That was one combo.
Unfortunately, there's no right answers on how to approach Nats at this point. That's just it. I think that they just have to move as a unit better and just be quicker at clearing the waves. Maybe even utilize Hatred on the opposite side of the lane. Make sure that Hatred is not going to be facing Nats. And just push in great fluidity for TNC.
And while everyone was so busy, obviously there's going to be a fight happening. Oh my goodness, I don't think they expected Nats to be behind them. And now it is going to be one by one members of TNC shuffling and, basically just crumbling to the pressure of RSG.
Nats again. Patience is a virtue as they make a play there on the bottom side.
They thought he poured it out.
And this is a turnaround now for RSG.
And Ryzen even loses the red tree battle because he was too fast at it. And now they're losing the map. The lead is now going back. Might even be in favor of RSG soon. Especially because there's the top lane being pushed. The macro of RSG saved and salvaged in this game.
I mean, Kusei has been left unchecked here for what? 2 minutes?
A while, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And this is tough because even with that, the macro plays that RSG just made all off that pressure that Navs put on, even back towards that mid lane kill, that's where it started. You know, and now for them, they've set themselves up in a very good position for this first Lord fight as they pretty much even it out, but taking a look quickly at the items, where have things fallen into place here, Wolf?
Yeah. If you're looking at this point, it's all about damage from RSG. This is why they did not itemize against like defense. If you're looking at defense, it's just present on both Ruby as well as Fredrin. And they have reached a point where all they need to do is to dodge some of the spells. And even dodge TNC altogether by splitting the map.
Yeah,
Oh.
full vision gonna be given all for TNC though, as the damage is real as well from Yasuo. Demon Kite, he's tanking up quite a bit of damage here from TNC. And look where Nats is once again. He is wailing on that turret. He is forcing TNC to respond.
How do you contain Navs? Navs Entertainment, Nasty, whatever you want to call him. He is a playmaker here, even if he's not part of these team fights. You saw it earlier. He started to make his way towards that Lord fight, and then he got the call, you know what? Go put the pressure on these turrets, and he did exactly that. Now they can work around the space they have here.
Oh, they're focusing right down on the Ryzen, although he is going to be tanky, as is the nature of a Baksha. But again, look at who's on the way to wreak havoc elsewhere on the map once more. And I know what's CNC gonna do here though. What do they have to do?
Whew. Maybe they use Hatred for the split defense. That is the only way I can think about this, because the Heads as the Terizla is not equipped for that kind of anti-split push.
He's slow.
Very slow.
Yeah.
Hatred's there, cleaning it up, but half health on that base turret there. And Navs is going to stay there. So this is the tough decision.
Oh my god.
Hits the turret. Cannot be contained right now. All the while, RSG has just been playing games with TNC with this Lord for now. So they're happy with that. Navs, though.
Okay. Oh, that hurts.
That hurts a lot. It's Yasuo he has to deal with now. Eye for an eye. Will it be enough? Apparently not, with Hatred making the hit. But because of one man's efforts,
race.
it might look like a very easy Lord here coming in from RSG. But will they be able to make it out? That is a big question, though, as there is still some damage coming in from the Roger Akuse. Still,
Still a W for RSG.
Yeah.
For sure. They lose Nats, but Nats already did his job and pushed the turret. Then they got the Lord afterwards. And I'm actually very surprised that TNC did not lose any of their heroes afterwards. Could have been an easy takedown from RSG. But overall, still a big W for RSG.
yeah, it felt like the Lord was a bonus there, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they just wanted that turret.
Again, a great distraction there from Navs. Distraction plus more space to work around with, getting that base turret. And they'll continue to put the pressure here on the rest of these lanes. So for TNC, how's their defense looking with this lineup that they have here?
Novaria, Terizla, it's good.
Yeah, they can clear all
They
day.
can clear it.
I can do this all day.
Yeah. Maybe probably the problem here is Light, but it seems like Light is not interested, and RSG's fundamentals are too rigid that they will not overstep.
Yeah. It's, again, being disciplined here for RSG. That's what they're really known for, especially when they get some of the leads that they have, where that you get that death ball strategy that they're known for, but also when they take the disciplined approach and they let, again, Navs just kind of do the work on these side lanes. So TNC wants to answer. They get a flicker out.
I mean, it's been a while since TNC actually got anything on the map, and that's because of that. They will try to take some fights here just to maybe get an advantage, and they are making people and bodies fly up onto the air, but Super Yoshi going to be suffering because of that. Now, Heads, he is going to be Retribution. He is super duper slow now, but some good damage coming in from RSG means that Heads might be in trouble. That's going to be canceling up on the Electrofile blow, but Chase still on. Crusade trying to get his way, and he got the head.
Oh, man. Good cancel from Yasuo to stop Nats from activating the ultimate. And honestly, RSG, they can defend!
Yeah, they're diving in on the Yasuo just when you thought he did well.
Oh my.
RSG says, nope, not really.
Like saw the moment, yeah.
Jinxed it.
He wasn't interested earlier, but he was interested now. And so, RSG takes down the mid turret. Are they going to end the game here?
Oh man, it's gonna be a very difficult defense here. Ryzen again, just not as tanky as you think he is. It's even Super Yoshi. Even if you set that up, there's just no damage to be had. With close range available, it's gonna be RSG with a 2-0 against TNC.
The Raiders, once again, find themselves with a decisive victory here again.